Eating Soup Alone is a podcast hosted by me, Christopher Crumley, and co-hosted by Nicholas Johnson. We try our best to ramble incoherently about a handful of movies at least once a week. You've always got a choice in life, Nick.
Yeah?
And sometimes it's as simple as which movie would you like to talk about first? I'm hungover.
I'd like to talk about Quentin Tarantino first.
I think that's very, timely?
Yes.
Topical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, as we all know, he's been talking big shit on our boy Paul, and even bigger shit on our baby boy Matthew Lillard.
I didn't hear what he said about Matthew. All I saw was your reaction.
It was like in the same breath as the Paul Dano thing, is he just thinks he sucks and he's not a good actor. Which is a bad, awful take about both of them.
For sure. Agreed.
I would like to talk about something slightly different with Quentin Tarantino, though.
Okay, but we're going to pin the other thing, and I'm going to come around to my opinion.
Oh, go for it then. I can weave mine in, yeah.
I was just going to say, so here's the other thing. His, calling Paul Dano, a weak actor, the weakest fucking actor or whatever, right? I'll concede that everybody's good at different things, and that, Quentin Tarantino, he has his strengths for sure. I'm not going to, say, oh, you're a bad director just because you're being mean right now.
Oh, yeah.
But I think really, it's one of those things that I think, people get in trouble for all the time when they have, a platform like that, when you just, go on and you're just oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
In, a non-constructive way, people are going to be pissed, right? But I feel like if he had approached it from, the standpoint where he was Paul Dano's good at what he does, but, me as director, I would have no idea what the fuck to do with that guy.
Yeah.
That would have made you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't surprise me that Quentin Tarantino doesn't like Paul Dano's style of acting. I can tell by watching Quentin Tarantino's movies that that kind of acting is just not something he's remotely interested in.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
But him to be mean about it is the part that's just okay, yeah, you can not be a fan, but damn, dude, chill out. Why are you just fucking pummel fucking a dude?
But,
publicly.
In that same vein, it probably would have been great?
Yeah.
You remember The Hateful Eight?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I never saw it.
Oh.
The only thing I know about it is that Kurt Russell breaks that $1 billion guitar, one of a kind, or whatever.
Well, there's... pick another one. Pick another movie by him.
Recent. Well, really quick. Recent? I mean, I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Imagine Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They go to the Manson farm.
Yeah.
And there's a dude on a horse there who has to, instead of Austin Butler.
Yeah.
What if it was Matthew Lillard? Matthew Lillard would be so good in a Tarantino movie. He's good at everything he does. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you, but I'm just curious. I could see how that might not translate perfectly. Those two meshing like that. I think you could be right, but also I would be not surprised also if it didn't go well.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not the performance, but maybe just be well, Matthew Lillard was really out of place in that Tarantino film.
I guess so.
But anyways, so yeah. But that's all I wanted to say about the topic, which is just, again, it's just because you might not know what to do with the guy.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
might not like that style,
Yeah. Which I still just don't understand with Matthew Lillard. That man's a chameleon. No.
Two great actors, two of my favorite actors for sure.
Recently, as you know about me.
Yes, I do know.
I have the brain of a child.
Well,
a teenager. I love Fortnite is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I love Fortnite.
Sure.
Recently, they put Kill Bill, the bride in Fortnite. Beatrix Kiddo. And as promotion...
What's that?
Beatrix Kiddo. That's her character's name. And as part of the promotion for it, there was a scene in Kill Bill that never got filmed.
Yeah.
That they made in Fortnite, directed by Quentin Tarantino. And Uma Thurman comes back and voices her as well.
And this guy's talking shit on Paul Dano.
And Matthew Lillard? He does this, right?
Which is fine. I'm not saying that his legacy is erased by that. I'm just saying if you're washed, you can't go shit talking people who are in their prime right now.
Exactly. If you're,
even if you were a legend,
exactly.
If you're doing Fortnite shit right now.
If you're doing Fortnite shit right now, exactly. And I watched some of it, a clip of it popped up on Twitter, and I was watching it, and I was like, this is really cool.
Sure.
For what it is, it's there's just this intense action scene, and then Uma Thurman's CGI model.
Someone Harmony Korine does a whole movie in Fortnite?
I think he's doing like a AI movie right now. Anyway.
Oh wow. My goat's washed.
Yeah, sorry to tell you.
Yeah.
But like Uma Thurman's character like gets behind a thing and she goes, "Yuki, police will be here in 6 minutes. There's a lot of gunfire going on right now." And it's just like, and I was like into it. I was like, oh yeah, this is like Quentin Tarantino dialogue. I was like, for what this is, I like this. I don't mind it. We're at a point with like video games and like that kind of technology where it's like, yeah, you can get a performance through there. But at one point, like gunshots are going off and like people start coming out of their houses in their neighborhood, and Uma Thurman turns around and goes, "Get back in your fucking house!" And she turns around and it's the banana from Fortnite, and he goes back in his house. There are Fortnite characters in this Quentin Tarantino scene, which means it takes place in the universe of Fortnite, and that blew my mind. I was like, "Oh, this is no longer cool." Like if it's, I get it's a Fortnite collab, but you don't have to put the Banana Man in it. You don't have to put Fortnite characters in it, and it makes it suck. But it is getting a surprisingly lot of like Kill Bill is fairly relevant again, I guess, because of it.
Yeah,
I've
seen a lot of chatter over the last couple of years of like Kill Bill being like considered perhaps his best.
Yeah, I went
by a lot of folks.
The other day I went and saw Rental Family with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
and in theaters they're playing Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair.
Yeah,
yeah, it's complete. It's the whole thing back to back. But also, Chris, when you go and see that, the Fortnite scene is in it.
Oh no,
dude! And you're talking shit about Paul Dano?
Yeah.
You think Paul Dano being in There Will Be Blood keeps it from being the best movie of the decade, but you can put the banana from Fortnite in Kill Bill?
Of that decade, I really think it comes down to There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men.
Absolutely.
Those are two of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, and I love them very dearly. You know what will never be in Fortnite?
What's that?
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because one battle after another was.
Oh, that was a pretty good movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I liked it a lot. Going into it, I wasn't prepared. Like, I was like, I read the synopsis, and sometimes there are movies by directors like Paul Thomas Anderson's when you just read the spark notes, you're kind of like, that sounds like a groaner. Yeah. And that's how I felt. I was like, okay, little pothead ex-revolutionary. Like, I was like, is this a Green Day song? Like, what the fuck is this?
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but then I saw it and I was like, that's pretty actually fucking, it was good.
I don't know what it is about Leo, but he turns me off from seeing movies.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Every time I see him in something, I like him. I think he's good. But every time I see he's in a movie, I'm like, nah, I don't need
I like
that
him.
one.
I'm a big Leo fan. I have the opposite thing where, like, for me, he's one of the last, like straight up movie stars.
Oh, yeah, I 100% agree with you, but for some reason.
Even more than someone like Tom Cruise, like, I definitely respect what Tom Cruise does in, like, Mission Impossibles, but, like, Tom Cruise being in a movie isn't enough for me, but Leo being in a movie is enough. Like, I
respect that.
I really do like Leo.
Yeah.
And I think getting to see him do things, especially even the last couple of years, like, One Battle After Another, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like all that kind of stuff. Like, I think he's still someone who I would consider like in their prime, and maybe even only continuing to get better.
Oh yeah, I would agree. I don't know what it is about him that like rubs me the wrong way when I see his face.
Yeah, I hear you. I've got that. I mean, I've got that with like Chalamet. I don't like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
Keep him away from me.
He's coming around on me. I really like him. I don't know why, but he won me over.
Yeah. I saw something about him like putting out a secret rap album in Europe or something, and I was like,
good for him. Good for him.
Oh no. Get out of here, gonorrhea boy.
However, Rental Family.
Yes.
I'd like to know what you think about it if you ever get the chance to see it. Just if it's on something eventually.
Sure.
It's the Brendan Fraser goes to Japan, or is a struggling actor in Japan and gets hired by a company to like pretend to be people's like family member or dad or like. Okay. And like that's the main crux of the movie is a woman hires him to pretend to be her daughter's dad.
Yeah.
But part of because the daughter needs to get into a good school, and they need to interview the parents before that happens. And so she hires him to be the dad at the interview. But part of it is she wants her daughter to believe that he's her dad too.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any kids, and he starts like, it's a big daddy situation. But also, I just want to tell you one part about it.
Sure.
I'm not going to spoil a lot. Some brief plot points. One of his other jobs is he gets hired by, there's this aging actor named Yuko. And he's getting older and starting to like be afraid toward the end of his life that like, people are going to forget about him. Like no one really cares about him or his work anymore. Mm-hmm. So his daughter hires Brendan Fraser to come over to pretend to be a journalist who's writing an article about him and his life. And they just become the best of friends. And he's old and he's like wandering off and like losing his memory and stuff like that. And he really wants Brendan Fraser to take him to his childhood home, like miles and miles away.
Sure.
And eventually his daughter is like, Brendan Fraser, you cannot do this. because he might get lost in her or whatever. Brendan Fraser does it anyway.
He gets hurt.
One thing leads to another. They're in his childhood home, wake up the next morning, Brendan Fraser can't find him. It cuts to the old man, and the whole time he's just been reminiscing about, like, his old childhood neighborhood and stuff like that. It's just, like, kind of run down or, like, in the middle of a forest or whatever. And it cuts to him. He's not lost. He's out there on purpose. And he's just looking around this forest, and there's this giant overgrown tree. This old Japanese man walks up to it, and he puts his hand on it, and he goes, "How have you been?" And I don't know why that made me cry so hard.
Wow.
Like, the scene gets way sadder after it, but
Sure,
just the idea of an old man going to his childhood neighborhood and seeing a big tree and saying, "How have you been?" Oh, it really got me.
Yeah.
Oh, it got me so good. That movie is fine, but oh, it got me so good.
One quick second there. Oh, fuck. I got wrapped up in your story. There was something I wanted to say. You might have to edit this. Yesterday, I was helping my stepdad's dad move some shit in his house.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, pretty gross. Old people, not their fault. I'm not trying to dunk on them, but, you know, you pile up a lifetime worth of shit, you leave it in the basement in Clinton Township, you never go down there because you're 70. So then eventually when your grandkids have to, like, clean it out, there's like, you're like, oh, look at this. Sweater's chewed up by rats over the years, and there's rat poop all over everything. That kind of stuff. So breathing all that in was probably not awesome for me. But we were putting shit on the curb, and then this guy, I didn't talk to him, but Donald did, my brother Donald. This old guy pulls up and is like rummaging through the trash, kind of like, hey, I'm going to take that. It's going to look nice in my house. Like, and just like slowly like was just telling Donald, like, yeah, I've got like Parkinson's and something else or whatever, and like I'm going to die within the year. So like I'm just trying to fix up my house so it looks nice for my family or whatever, and just like digging trash. What's that?
So I thought I'd fill it with a bunch of someone else's
trash.
trash.
And it's like digging through it and stuff, and he's like, yeah, and I can barely walk because they got me this scooter, because you don't even need a license to drive those things or anything like that. They don't want me driving anymore, but you know, I guess I don't need one for that scooter. And Donald was just like, you drove here, you pulled up in a car. That kind of like, and then eventually the guy left her, but Donald was like, that was fucking heavy, you know.
That's so yeah. You drove here.
Yeah. But anyway, so we can talk about this Frankensteinian.
Oh, yes.
Frankensteins.
We watched The Curse.
Yes, we did.
And then the not Curse.
Yes.
I would like to talk about Curse first.
Cool. How did you feel about The Curse of Frankenstein, starring Peter Cushing, who played, what's his name? Grand Moff Tarkin in the original Star Wars film?
Yes.
And Christopher Lee playing the monster, who played Count Dooku. And also Willy Wonka's dentist dad in Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I don't know. I was confused that you didn't say that first. And then also starring Robert Urquhart. Where do I know him from? He's his best friend teacher.
Ah.
The whole movie, I'm like, I recognize this guy, but I can't.
Where do you know him from?
Nothing. I mean, nothing on his IMDb really jumps out at me, but he's just got a very
recognizable face
that seems to be out of time. Like, he does not look like he belongs in 1957.
Yeah. So, really quick,
this is the thing he's best known for, apparently.
We watched Horror of Dracula together.
Okay.
Last time we did our like vampire deep dive, and so both those films were done by Hammer, a British production company specializing in these low budget horrors, and Frankenstein came first. This was the first like color horror film of its kind, basically.
Oh.
And this and Dracula were also the first color horror films to have like that bright, red blood and stuff. So at the time, like I was reading some contemporary reviews from like Britain, and it was like, oh, the horrible, indulgent, just profanity and just fucking like gore, just disgusting. Like, and there were some folks, the contemporary over on the other side of the pond in America, that were just like, wow, what a bang up time.
That's so funny.
It's so funny, the discrepancy between like how British, But anyway, so yeah, I just want to give that little context. This is like 1957 or whatever. Color horror for the first time, Hammer film, huge hit, especially also in America, just because, again, like nobody had seen anything like this or the Dracula film that came shortly after.
Yeah.
So
I liked and didn't like this movie. I don't know really how to feel about it.
Sure.
There were points I loved, but also just I mean, I shouldn't say this because I did say about the Dracula ones. I'm like, oh, if I have to watch a guy sell a count land one more time. But in this, they do fuck with the whole Frankenstein monster of it all.
Yeah.
That bugged me a little bit, but also, now that I think about it, now that I'm sitting on it, I don't mind it.
I like the look of him, the monster.
Yes.
And I think Peter Cushing, I love him as Frankenstein.
Yes.
I really like that he is just a bastard.
Just the worst guy.
And I would rank him above Oscar Isaac. As far
Really?
as portraying the role, yeah.
I think I just like Oscar Isaac too much.
I do, but that's the problem.
I guess. Okay,
You
yeah,
get what
I
I'm
get
saying?
that.
Like when I'm watching it, I don't like. You know how in WWE, like a good heel makes you hate him.
Yeah.
Like Peter Cushing, you don't like him. You know?
Yes.
Like whereas like Oscar Isaac, no matter how much of a dick he is in the movie, I'm like, oh, it's Oscar Isaac
I'm like,
playing,
I don't like this
playing
guy.
a guy.
Yes.
Like, I know
okay.
he's
Yeah. I know
playing
exactly
this
what you mean.
role.
Yeah.
Whereas like Peter Cushing, I'm like, no, this guy's a fucking dick. You know?
Maybe my favorite part of the movie
Yeah.
is it's when his friend is talking to his soon-to-be wife.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
And he's like, he's bad news, you gotta get out of here. And she's like, no, I love him and we're gonna get married. They're having that conversation.
Yeah.
And I got up, movie was still playing in my room, went to go put something away in the bathroom, which is right next door, so I could still hear it.
Yeah.
And when I came back in, I was holding something else in my hand, and I turned the corner, and it was a scene where he's making out with his maid,
Yeah.
and I gasped. Like, I walked in on the two of them.
Yeah, that's good. One of my favorite scene is probably the one where his like lab assistant friend, who should have been a hunchback, but he is like talking to Victor Frankenstein or whatever, and he's like, "But where are you gonna get a brain?" And then it cuts to Peter Cushing. He's like, "Oh, I'll get it." Just
It's really good.
Good mic drop moment, you know.
Actually, that might be my second favorite scene. My favorite scene, I'm trying to find it here. I can't. It's when they go out into the woods to shoot the monster.
Yeah.
And they see him, and he's just in the woods in the back.
Yeah.
And he's just doing this. Like, he's just doing this the whole
Yeah.
movie. I'm doing a little jig over here.
Yeah.
But his just presence is so awkward and hard to look at the entire
Yeah.
time. Like I said, the whole reason I wanted to watch this movie is because I'm like, I want to throw rocks at that guy. I get it.
First thing I wrote down is big lad got the swag, because Peter Cushing, cold open on him in like a London dungeon, and a vicar's coming in because he's like, you're the only person that I know that'll listen to my story, which I like. It's very similar to the novel, but like just cuts out the whole being in the Arctic thing, which I don't think you need, personally.
Okay, yeah. I think it's fun for the book because it relates these two
but
men.
I'm just saying, like,
But yeah, for a movie, I
for a
think it
movie,
is a bit unnecessary.
keep the essence, but yeah, go ahead and put it somewhere else. I don't care. And for this one, I like him being locked up by the authorities for whatever. But anyway, so he immediately, the reason why I wrote that down is just because Peter Cushing has swag. He's got aura.
He really does.
Like And then we cut to. This might be out of order, but we go to the little lad stuff, and I wrote down little lad is quirked up. That's a quirky little boy they got.
I hate that little boy.
Yeah, they got a
Oh, I
quirky-
hate him more than I hate the adult man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like more annoying than Sheldon. He's like a
Oh, yeah.
very annoying
Yeah.
young Sheldon type gentleman. But he's the head of the house, very much like a Bruce Wayne guy, little Bruce Wayne fella. I wrote this down also. Lab, I love the look of the lab.
I love the look of the lab.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the trick to bringing something back from the dead and creating life being liquid based, being just mixing different colored liquids until it comes back to life?
I think I was trying to think like this is me thinking too much probably, but I was like, so you're saying as opposed to being lightning based?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, because the other thing too is in the book there's no info about how it happened. The lightning thing just comes from 1931.
Oh,
movie,
yeah, no,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah.
So go ahead, yeah, have it be some other way. I don't honestly, me personally, I was just pitching this idea last night while I was drinking heavily. If I were ever lucky enough to get the chance to make a Frankenstein, I would probably hold. I don't even think I would show the scene of the monster being created.
Okay.
And I think I'd probably have like Frankenstein tell his story, and try to go as long as you can without seeing even the monster. Maybe even like if you could, try to get the first look at him be him like showing up to tell his side of the story to the moderator. And then
Yes.
from then you could see the monster because he's telling his story.
Yeah,
So you're following
yeah.
the monster now, right? But that's a long-winded way of me saying like, yeah, I like the lab stuff here.
Yes, I like that.
I don't
lab
remember
is
the
small.
him coming to life scene. happening. I don't remember it personally.
I don't think it really happens. I think he leaves and then comes back and it's alive.
But
I want to talk about that dog real quick though.
yeah.
The dog that they get back to life at the beginning.
Yeah. You think some animal cruelty happened, or
That puppy, not can't even be a year old.
yeah,
They had got that thing soaking wet
Yeah.
and just chilling on a table without moving.
yeah.
I think there was 2 dogs.
You think one was dead and one was
I think
alive?
there was a dead dog and then there was an alive dog.
Yeah.
How do you train a dog to be wet and just chill?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I hear you. So he eventually this Paul character, which one thing I know about the Hammer film series is they love the name Paul. There's a lot of Paul characters.
The very opposite of Tarantino. They just love Paul.
Yeah, he's a tutor. He's young Victor's tutor.
Farts.
And he very quickly, I wrote this down, he very quickly goes from, we got to rush this to the stage with the dog thing, to Victor being like, no, what if we did it with a man, to, you're a madman.
Yeah.
He went from, like, being the zealous one to the pump the brakes man pretty quick.
Yeah, I like in the book and even most of the movies I've seen, as soon as Frankenstein sees the monster alive,
Yeah.
he's like, I've made a huge mistake. I like it in this movie. They're like, let's keep him evil, and we'll make a new guy to have that feeling instead.
Yes, yeah. I know I'm jumping around, and we can go back a little chronologically or whatever, but the next one I just wanted to talk about, there's that point where he just goes to probably a grave robber or whatever, and he's like, 1 jar of eyeballs, please. He pays him like 10 gold for a jar of eyeballs. And the eyeballs, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think those ones are good. Those ones
I don't remember what they look like, no.
Okay, well, they didn't look usable. They looked not very good. But how do you feel?
Oh, I'm looking at him right now. Oh, you're absolutely right.
How do you feel about the poster for the film?
I think that beats It Goes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you?
I like it.
Good talk.
So, yeah, let's see. So, blah, 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 blah. Puppy's back to life. Elizabeth is his quote-unquote cousin, his aunt. And the cousin, like, live off of the money that Victor sends. She's going to marry Victor. Victor's been banging the maid. He kind of dog walks her. Hard.
Yeah.
She's like, you promised you're going to marry me. And he's like, hey, you're a dumb woman. And she's like, how could you? You know, I like this stuff. Personally, I feel like Elizabeth is underwritten and underutilized. But I do like I like the Victor who is just a bastard, evil rich guy. Just doing whatever he wants, taking whatever he wants, not thinking about the consequences at all. This is a different Frankenstein tale in that regard, because usually it's more of a morality thing in the sense of like there is conflict on the part of the doctor. But this one is just like a morality tale instead, in terms of like, dude, check out this bastard who doesn't give a fuck, you know.
Every other Frankenstein, I feel like it's just like, oh, what have I done? And in this one, he's just like, why isn't this working?
Well, with this one specifically, he's mad at Paul because Paul smashed up the brains that he put in the head.
Yeah.
And he's like,
now I gotta put a dumb lady brain in there.
But he tells Paul, he's like, this would have gone right. This is your doing. You fucked this up because you smashed the brain. But he's such a dick that he's just like, he like brings the thing back to life and like shows it to Paul, and he's like, see how it is?
Yeah.
It's your fault. You did that.
You know how hard it is to get a brain, let alone a second brain, let alone a second good brain?
Yeah. But no, I mean, and that's another thing. So the way that he gets the brain is he invites a professor that he respects over to the house, pushes him down the stairs. Now, I will say,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, old professor comes over. They're like smoking cigars and stuff. He's like, "Professor, look out!" And he pushes him into the bandstand. And he falls. And
okay, well, that really
smashes
changes my
his head.
perception of the end of this movie.
Okay.
I thought it was the maid's brain.
No.
Okay.
It's that professor's brain. And then he goes and
Okay.
steals the brain from the professor, but Paul shows up and they get into a scuffle, and then he smashes the glass jar, and he has to like peel all the glass out of the brain, which again, get into the brain.
Yeah,
But he puts that
you
smashed
drop
up.
a brain on the floor, you get a new brain.
But yeah, so anyways, he head first though doesn't seem like the ideal way if you're trying to harvest the brain.
Yeah.
But whatever, he does do that.
Also, when he puts the jumping ahead again.
Yeah.
When you see the monster the second time and its head shaped because it has a new brain in it. Why is
Not a new brain. I think it might have had like some surgery on that brain.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, yeah.
I guess I just didn't watch this movie because I thought he put a new brain in there. Because my big thing was like, just that one part of his head is shaved. I'm like, did you like slide the brain in that one open spot? You probably messed it up doing that.
Yeah. All right, really quick. Pushes him over the stair. Bannister kills him. Removes the brain. Paul attempts to stop him. The brain is damaged in the ensuing scuffle. With all the parts assembled, Victor brings the creature to life. Unfortunately, the creature's damaged brain leaves it violent and psychotic. Without Bernstein's intelligence, Victor locks the creature up, but escapes and kills an old blind man in the woods. After Paul shoots the creature in the eye with a hunting rifle, and he and Victor bury it in the woods. However, Paul leaves town, and Victor goes and digs the creature back up and brings it back to life.
I'd like to say something about the monster's look here.
Yeah.
A lot of times when something is described as My Chemical Romance, or like, oh, this guy's dressed like My Chemical Romance, it's like, eye makeup and a red tie and yada yada. The monster in this movie looks like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted honesty.
Exactly. And I think it's so funny. The only thing the monster seems to know is buttons.
Yeah.
Because he's got that bad boy button top to bottom.
Yeah.
He doesn't even just have it like haphazardly on. He's just like, I'm going to do all 13 of these buttons all the way to the top. And he looks very good. And then he shoots him in the eye.
Yeah.
And they immediately just have shovels to bury him right there.
Yeah. Then he revives the creature. He shows Paul because Paul's there for the wedding day thing. I think Victor also kills that maid. Right.
He sends it in to get killed by monster.
Yeah.
I mean, sends her in. Oh my God, I called that woman it.
Yeah. The monster shows up, escapes onto the roof, whatever, where it's like threatening Elizabeth. Victor tries to shoot him, but obviously it just shoots his wife.
Just
his
like
cousin wife.
Doesn't seem upset about it at all. Just like, fucking, I only have so many bullets, lady. Get out of here.
Yeah, and then Victor throws an oil lamp at the creature. It goes up in flames. And it falls into a vat of acid, destroying all evidence that it existed. So, yes. So, he gets killed for killing Elizabeth, I believe.
Yes, because he's...
Or Justine. Refuses and dies.
Yes. He's like, I'm not crazy, get my friend Paul in here. And then Paul gaslights him until he dies.
Yes. Tragic. But what he deserved for his behavior. To me, I would say... Horror of Frankenstein for me, solid B. It's a lot of things I really like. It's not my favorite telling of the Frankenstein, but it is a very dark depiction of the story. And that's what I had to say about it.
I feel very similarly about it, just a little less hot. I'd give it a C+.
Heard. Now, the next film.
Yeah?
What kind of expectations did you have going into this?
I was a little excited about it. I was really just excited for our boy Bobby as the monster.
Yeah.
That seemed cool. And then I looked it up. I don't know how I didn't know this was a... Oh, I already forgot his name.
Coppola?
No. Coppola did...
Kevin Banaga or whatever? Yeah, Coppola was going to direct this, basically, but then after Dracula, he was just like, nah, I'm just going to executive produce this thing. So that's how De Niro ended up as the creature, because that was Francis Ford Coppola's like one stipulation if he directed the film, but then he was still like, I'm not going to direct it.
That would have been sick.
And then De Niro picked that guy to direct, is what I've understood. Who was the main character who played
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that this was a Kenneth Branagh movie, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't love Kenneth Branagh.
I don't know anything about him.
I think every movie he directs, he stars in. Well, for the most part, if he directs a movie, he's going to star in it. He also directed Thor. But
He didn't play Thor.
I've seen his like Murder on the Orient Express, and he's like the lead detective in it. And here, let me pull up his info.
Sure. While you do that, I'm gonna get some water.
Okay.
In the 90s, people were really fucking with colonial period drama stuff.
Oh, they really were.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like Amadeus and like Hellraiser, the fucking Bloodlines one, and I'm thinking of like whatever that freaking I know it probably wasn't the actual 90s, but I'm just talking around that decade. Wasn't there the fucking like Kubrick period piece, Barry Lyndon? Didn't that come out around the 90s?
No, I believe so.
80s,
Yeah,
somewhere around there. But anyways, late 80s into the 90s, he definitely had some serious period drama stuff going on.
Okay, so from what I can tell, yeah, if Kenneth Branagh is directing a movie, he is the lead actor in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my foot down here. This is a rule for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, yeah.
Not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't understand how you could direct while also being in front of the camera.
I don't see how you
Personally.
could do that and then look at it and go, this is where I did the best.
Yeah.
Especially some of the scenes in this movie with him. It just put such a bad taste. I assume this was going to be your next question for me, Chris. I think this movie sucks to the moon and out of the sky.
Yeah.
I did not like this movie.
There are things I like, but I will say I made a little list really quick. Things I like. Pretty accurate to the book. Maybe I would actually say almost more accurate than the Guillermo del Toro's.
Yeah.
Frank, we were just talking about this in our episode about Guillermo del Toro's. We get some of the Frankenstein monster tormenting the Frankenstein. Like, torturing him back. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I love that. And I wrote down incredibly tragic. Now, in terms of things I don't like, the lighting is incredibly bland. Like, the actual, like, what I'm looking at on the screen, like, there's no vibe, the set design, the shot choice, like...
There are some... His, like, weird, crazy house with the crazy staircase at the beginning.
Yeah.
His dad comes down it, he's covered in blood, he's like, he didn't make it.
Yeah.
I liked that, and that's about it.
Okay. Well, I wrote down lighting bland, music bland, visuals bland.
Yes.
And then I wrote down decent amount of bland dialogue. But at the same time, there were some things that I liked a lot. Like, for example, we'll get into it more, but when the De Niro is like, and what of my soul? What of the pieces that comprise me? What of them? Like, I know how to play this instrument right here, but who did that come from,
Yes. How do you feel about his lisp?
I didn't necessarily notice it too much.
Am I making that?
Crazy?
It was driving me a little crazy. I thought it was a bit much, but
yeah.
De Niro's the least of my problem with this movie. When Chris, with this fucker is making that man and that, like, can you imagine being the director of this movie and also starring it and telling everybody? And so I think when I'm making the monster, I should be shirtless, and it should be really wet. And I think the way you make the monster is by pulling a bunch of real heavy fucking chains all over the room. And then I'm just dirty, and I'm sweaty, and I'm making this man, and I am giving life to this man.
It's profoundly
and I'm
sexual.
so fucking ripped, man.
Yeah.
It
He is in pretty good shape.
It made me so angry. It made me so angry.
All right. Very similar opening to the Del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, that's just because it's the book, based on the book. But I was really surprised how much of this movie is like Del Toro's.
Yeah.
Because even down to, again, this is not something that's touched on in the book, I don't think, is it? But I could be totally wrong. Foot in my mouth. You correct me. But they go into, like, the Chinese medicine, like, chakra thing, and they have to use, like, insert needles at certain point, just like they do in Del Toro's.
Yeah, I believe so. That's from
the
this.
book?
I don't think it's from the book, no.
Yeah. So that's interesting to me. Anyways, similar opening. Frankenstein kills many dogs.
Yeah. He loves to.
Yeah, then I wrote down Chinese energy streams, similar to, Del Toro. And then we get some anti-vax stuff. I mean, I'm really jumping far ahead, but with the they're giving us the pox. Doctors are murderers. Don't stick that at me. Don't stick that at me. But we can walk back really quick. Similar opening in the sense that, we cold open on the North Pole. Boat frozen in the ice. They find Frankenstein. Frankenstein's like, I got a creature I made out there. And they're like, this guy's crazy. Until the creature shows up. But anyways, creature kills the dogs. There's the do you share my madness thing. Victor tells his life story. Grew up with his adopted sister, Elizabeth. Hot. Victor's mom dies giving birth to his brother William.
Hot.
And Victor vows on her grave to find a way to conquer death. No one should ever die. Victor and his friend Henry.
Just a stupid thing to say.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Some of the dialogue is just bland.
Yeah.
Just bland. Victor and his friend Henry attend medical school.
And he's got... I'm sorry, I'm looking at this man right now. He's got such guy in the 90s face.
Yeah.
Sir, I do not believe you're 18 whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate him. I hate looking at him. Sorry, go on.
He eventually gets mixed up with a doctor who has tried in the past to create life.
Yes.
I cannot remember what his warning was about the situation. But he got very close, but he was turned off by basically the fruits of his labor, right? Like, it was not, obviously, it was a genie's wish. It came to bite him in the ass, and he was like, don't go down this path, buddy. Is that Mojo Jojo?
Mojo Joseph, yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Thank you.
And I, Mojo Jojo.
You ever see the episode where they're all the Beatles?
No.
The bad guys beat up and they become the Beat-Alls. And the whole thing is just a bunch of just Beatles jokes.
Huh.
But the bad guys fall apart because he meets Yoko Ono. Anyway, go on.
So, he begins... Oh, yeah. Then his professor that's like the, Frankenstein Senior gets stabbed and died. And again, Victor is like, I will never allow another human being to die. And so he uses the killer's body and Waldman's brain, who's the professor he likes, to build a creature based on the notes left by his professor. He becomes so obsessed with his work that he drives Elizabeth away when she comes to take him from Ingolstadt.
Yeah, because he's a real dick about it.
Yeah. So.
Just be like, hey, listen, wife, that guy's in there. It's part of my job. Don't go look in there.
Yeah. Now this is where I want to talk about this is the most unique I've ever seen the resurrection get handled. Because it involves, like, Chinese acupuncture, electric eels, and amniotic fluid from the birthing process of women.
Yes. And being shirtless and slamming chains into stuff.
Yes. Did that also blow your mind? Because there is a scene where a woman's giving birth in a chair, and then they real quick slide a bucket underneath her, and the water splashes into it.
I must have missed that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in there.
I was just busy Googling about how much I hate Kenneth Branagh,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like a real quick, like, insert, like, a la...
it's part of a montage.
Yeah, like Edgar Wright type stuff.
Yeah.
Where she's just like, splash, bucket, like, real quick. So all that...
Do you think he went in there and went, hey, when this happens, can you collect it in a bucket for me? Or do you think the doctors are just like,
Maybe it's him running in real quick.
Maybe it's him running in. I would imagine the doctors are like, why are we keeping this stuff? Someone's going to find something to do with it one of these days.
And so the big vat that Robert De Niro's being lowered into is a vat of birth water.
Yeah.
Birth liquid, amniotic fluid. That fucking blew my mind.
Do you think they knew about amniotic fluid in the 1800s?
I don't know.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to also say I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when you get birthed, you're in that fluid, so put the creature in that fluid, I guess.
I guess.
I cannot get over it.
I'm
hyper fixated on it, honestly.
Understandably, I am too now that I know about it.
Yeah.
From this movie
Try to
I
go
watched.
to the mark where he starts collecting that stuff. You have the movie up?
I'm going to say in those days, no, they didn't know about what amniotic fluid does. Because in Guillermo del Toro's, when his dad goes, what are the 3 things of the human body?
Oh, yeah.
And
he's like, phlegm, piss, blood. Yeah.
Bile and yellow bile.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy's getting hanged.
Yes, okay, so I'm coming over to your side of it. Keep going. Let's see.
Regular dinner, he's cutting a guy's hair.
Yep. Oh, God.
The 90s Mia Goth is yelling at someone.
90s Mia Goth is funny.
Thank you.
Oh, we're kind of close, maybe? No, he already has it because the eels are in it. Oh, right there. There it was. There was the splash I was talking about.
Damn.
Yeah.
That made you get birth sitting up back in the day?
I guess if they want your fluids.
I guess. I feel
so now you've seen that, how do you feel?
Worse. I feel... I'm not going to lie, it brings that movie up by half a point for me. I feel like...
It blew my fucking shit backwards.
I like him poking the frog and it being alive.
Yeah.
I feel like the first thing we probably learned about giving birth, you should probably be laying down to do it.
Yeah. The other thing is, then they have that other scene where the professor takes the 2 boys into his little room, and you have a scene kind of like Isaac going in front of the council, where like that little monkey's arm, like he can make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, so he creates the monster, and immediately its hog is out, but also he's horrified by it and tries to like hang it immediately.
Yes.
Like immediately he's just like, what have I done? Like hates it immediately.
I do like that. I will say I think I said it last time, but I think my favorite part of Del Toro's is when the monster says Victor, and he says, "Yes, you are." I like that quite a bit, but I also really like an Eddie Frankenstein thing where as soon as he sees the monster, he goes, "Oh, I've made a huge mistake."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sobering. Gotta be a very sobering moment. Post-nut clarity.
Also, another thing I'll give this movie, this monster,
Yeah.
I'd throw rocks at him.
Huh?
I'd throw rocks at him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's hard to look at.
No, I like the way
Oh
he
my
looks.
God, the scene where they're slipping around in the goo for so long and it keeps cutting to different takes of it, I guess.
What goo? Remind me.
Come here.
Okay, I'm coming. That was the chair that made that noise, not my ass. Oh, yeah. And it's all thick like that because it's amniotic fluid. Oh, his ass. Robert De Niro ass. Well, I guess prosthetic Frankenstein creature ass over real De Niro ass. Yeah, this would have given me nightmares if I was a child, for sure. It's also sexual.
What does this mean?
I don't know, but it's a little sexual.
Yeah.
It's so sloppy and manny. What do you think the liquid is?
I don't
What
know.
is movie goop made out of,
Corn syrup?
Yeah? Sweet?
It could just be lube.
Oh, yeah, it could be just a bunch of lube. Oh, fuck.
Oh, we did it by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Did we watch this movie?
We did. So we determined he did it by accident?
He did it by accident, I
He
think.
did it by accident. Okay. So, he's made the creature. The creature steals, his shoes and his coat and leaves. And then, meanwhile, the Dr. Frankenstein just went to bed.
Yes.
Which is exactly what you do after you wrestle with your the man you just made in a big vat of women's birth
Goo,
juices.
yeah.
So the creature does the classic family barn hideout thing. Anything worth mentioning there? Because I feel like it's just I'll let you have the reins.
No, I mean, I think it's the fourth time we've seen this. It might be the weakest version of this I think I've seen.
For sure.
God, his eye looks like a butt.
Yeah. Let's see. Debt collector. Yeah, he kills the landlord. That's pretty cool. I support that. Returns to Geneva. Marries Elizabeth. Yes. So this is where the movie turns on for me. Once De Niro is the creature. Because again, I mean, hey, I'm not saying any movie pre the year 2000 needs to change because it can't. History happened. There's no going back. But moving forward, I just don't think until the creature is alive, I don't think I need it anymore.
Okay, I
to
get
me,
that.
that's like Peter getting bit by the spider.
I get that.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
So this is where I enjoy the film. So William dies. You never see the creature do it, but you know the creature didn't. And then Justine the maid gets hanged for it. So now Victor's lost his younger brother, and he's lost the lifelong maid or whatever. And then Frankenstein shows up or whatever, and demands that he makes someone like him. He's like, I'm lonely. I need someone like me that'll understand me. And he's also just he's like, you made me, but for what? Did you give it any thought? Did you think anything about me or what I'd want or what about my soul? I have someone's head and I have someone's hands, but is it my soul? Is it someone else's soul? What is that? What spark of life that's in me, kind of a thing? And I know how to play this violin right here, but who is me in a sense? Is it the brain that remembers it? Is it the hands that remember it? Is it did I learn it?
It's my favorite part of Frankenstein, and
Yeah.
I'm a little let down in
That's
Del
my favorite
Toro's.
scene right there. Is when he's giving that speech basically.
I want just a little more of that in Del Toro's, I guess. I think.
Yeah, because they treat him in Del Toro, in my opinion, a little bit more like a newborn baby.
Yes.
Whereas I like this depiction and other depictions of that thing of am I a 34-year-old guy? Or am I a 45-year-old guy like my right thigh is,
Yeah.
Or am I a 53-year-old guy like the hands, or the 28-year-old that my neck's made up? I'm making that up. You know what I'm saying?
And I just love the whole my 1 year being alive, because I don't know what they say in this movie, but I think from the book the monster's wandering around for about a year before they meet again.
Yeah.
Him just being like, my life is a nightmare. Everybody throws rocks at me. I want to be alive. No one else wants me to be alive. and I don't want to be any alive anymore, and I can't die. And the only reason I'm here is because you thought maybe it'd be cool to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill you, and that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. I want all of that. I love it.
So from this point on, like I said, it starts hitting on that darkness that like I like in the other depictions. Like like his younger brother getting killed by the monster, and then the speech that I just kind of recited.
And I agree with you. I would like for every Frankenstein from here on. Yeah, don't show me the monster until about this point. But something I would like to be in everyone. That is in this one.
Goop.
I do want to see Frankenstein do a big slow motion leap on top of him. Do you remember when he gets to the top of the mountain and the monster does a big slow motion leap on top of him? Gotta have that.
Yeah. So he does say that he's going to make the creature, because I think this actually comes from the book. I remember this dialogue, if I'm not mistaken, where he's like, I'm full of all this love, and I'm also just teething with rage, and if I can't satisfy one, I'm going to indulge in the other.
Yep.
And that's a fucking,
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. So he...
That's what it's like to have a teenage son,
He gathers up all those tools to make another creature, but then Frankenstein, the monster, is like, I want it to be Justine's body. And he's like, nope, not doing that, sorry. And so then the creature kills his dad.
I want it to be your dad's body, he says.
And then during Victor's wedding night, the creature breaks into Elizabeth's bridal suite and rips her heart out. Just super tragic and metal. And then Victor does make a Lady Frankenstein, but out of Elizabeth. And so tragic. The whole thing is just so sad and gross.
Fucking crazy, yeah.
Yeah. So he reanimates her, and then the creature shows up and is like, "Yep, that's my bride now." And Victor's kind of like, "Nah, dude, I made this one for me." And then they do the whole thing where like you would do to a puppy or a child, like, come to me, and he's like, no, come to me. And then Elizabeth lights herself on fire.
Which I get.
Yeah.
This whole movie, I was like, I wish I could be lighting myself on fire right now.
I'm going to come around to a couple of things that I wrote down because I kind of forgot. So, doctor buying amniotic fluid, creature scene gives me Army of Dead vibes, or Army of Darkness vibes. Yeah, there were a couple of times with just like the lab stuff and the chains where it was like, it just reminded me of, again, for some reason the 90s had an obsession with like medieval and like colonial time, throwback period times. And another example would be Army of Darkness. Big bonk on the head and hanged. So I did watch the film. I like the monster look. I wrote down monster hog. And then, so also something we forgot to talk about, which we don't have to talk about this, but I'm going to mention it, which is that he's shirtless. This is post-op of bringing a man to life. And the first thing that the doctor grabs to like defend himself against the creature, I don't know if you remember this, and you can rewind if you want to try to find it, but he grabs what I can only describe as a battle axe.
I turned the movie off already, but damn.
It's like an axe the size of him. I don't know. It's not like a wood cutting axe. It's a battle axe.
Do you think it's a medical battle axe? Fuck
no.
Use that for doctor stuff?
No.
Well, in Spider-Man,
for killing dwarves.
In Spider-Man 2, the doctors pull out a stainless steel medical chainsaw. Remember? Sorry, go on.
I'm not a doctor. What of my soul? What of the people I'm comprised of? I wrote that down, and then that's when I was just like, yeah, most of this is bland. But okay, so Victor and the creature escape. Mansion burns. Back at the Arctic, Victor tells the captain that he's been pursuing the creature for months to kill him. Victor dies of a pneumonia. I actually like the ending where De Niro's like crying about basically his dad being dead, and like they're gonna like send him off and stuff, and they're gonna burn him, and Frankenstein burns himself with the body of Frankenstein. I like that stuff. And then classic, just like Del Toro and yada yada yada. He's like, you know what, fellas? I learned a lesson from this tale. Let's turn the ship around.
Yep.
Movie over. But so overall, like I said, there are a solid amount of things I like in the second half. I just don't think. I think that first half is really, really bland in a lot of ways, and a lot of the performances are just like made for TV movie passable, just like oh Victor, you've got your mother's wit, just saying things like that mean nothing, that just are being thrown out there, and like they're not delivered. Like, I'm not saying that everybody has to be like trying to like win an Oscar with every scene, but it's just like, they're dancing. I don't give a fuck about him dancing with his mom. Like, what is happening?
You know what I just remembered?
Give me nothing slop.
Remember when he writes that letter home,
Yeah.
and she's reading it to everybody.
Yeah.
And at the end, the PS is just to her, and he's like, "Miss your fucking boobs, man."
Yeah.
Took a real gamble that she is the one person out of the 90 people that live in this house opened that letter.
Yeah, maybe separate envelope that says for Elizabeth's eyes only.
Oh, man.
Big gamble. Because even the kid's like, what's about say? And she's
Yeah.
like, don't worry about it, will we?
And she throws it in the fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
And there's a scene by the lake where she's like, he hasn't written in months, I've been faking these letters.
That's like a good impression of Mia Goth, to be honest.
Does she have a British accent in real life? She does, right?
Ooh, I couldn't tell you.
I think she does, which is crazy because I like Mia Goth as an actor a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But her speaking voice sounds like she's trying her best to do a British accent.
I could see her having a British accent
I think
being
she does.
from, like, Iowa. Yeah.
Let me see. Mia Goth.
Is that her last name?
Yeah, she's a British actress. Yeah, it is. Her name is Mia Gypsy Mello da Silva Goth.
That's too many names.
She's a British actress and model. She was born in Southwark, London. Southwark, London.
Brother, I sent a package off at work today
Yeah.
to a place in Michigan called Jack-O-Lantern Street.
Yeah.
So I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a street. I really
Yeah.
don't know what I was expecting, but I was really disappointed. It's just a street called Jack-O-Lantern.
Mm.
Is that not a good story?
It's pretty good.
No.
You want to live there?
No, I'll cut it out. You're right.
No, you can
No,
say
it was boring. Nothing happened. It had no end. Anyway,
So
that's
it.
my
Closing
biggest
thoughts.
My biggest takeaway, closing thoughts, biggest takeaway from this movie is I didn't realize what a big Kenneth Branagh hater I am, but I really am.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the man, but yeah, I'm not trying to be a monster meanie, but I don't think he should have written and directed this thing.
Yeah. You know that
And-
that clip you always see of Gal Gadot being like, enough champagne to fill the aisle, and everyone makes fun of what a bad actress she is? That's his
Whole thing.
Murder on the Orient Express film.
Okay.
Which I saw it in theaters for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you feel on Frankenstein? You got your Frankenstein Phil. You're still craving more creature. What's
I'm
the
gonna
deal?
give this movie a D-, and I think I'm good for now. I'm gonna
give
finish.
this a B- also.
I'm gonna finish reading the book, maybe. But besides that,
What are you in the mood for up next, movie-wise?
I'm gonna do a Brendan Fraser double feature.
What?
I was thinking about it while watching Rental Family. You could either go see Rental Family, or we could finally crack that monkey bone,
We could do both, or
or we can get back in action.
what's back in action?
Looney Tunes back in
Back
action.
in action. I remember that.
Or we can do something else. We don't
What
have to do
about-
a Brendan Fraser double feature.
What about the Mummy?
Ooh, I'd watch the Mummy.
Yeah, Ronald Family and the Mummy.
Okay, I'll get you with Monkey Bone one of these days. But yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the deal.
Okay.
Next time it's Monkey Bone and Rental Family.
Monkey Bone or the Mummy?
I mean,
Oh,
sorry, Mummy.
okay.
As long as I can still see it in theater.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. If I miss it, we're gonna have to replace it.
Okay. Yeah. You might have to go like soon because
Yeah.
when I saw it, it was playing at like 7 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Yeah. I was thinking Superbad earlier, but we can get that eventually. It's just been years, and I know that these
Yeah,
days it's
same.
like heralded as like a S tier perfect classic.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I think I saw it once, like around the time it came out, and didn't really get it because I
Saw
was
it a
too young.
couple
Maybe.
times.
Yeah.
a couple times.
It's one of those ones I'm afraid to go back to. Like, I didn't see Anchorman until like right before Anchorman 2 came
Yeah.
out, and it did not hit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've seen 1 million movies that just rip off this movie, so this movie feels
Yeah.
cliche to me.
Well, that's the interesting thing about Superbad is that it kicked off that entire like quote unquote like wave of like Rogan
Apatow, yeah.
like comedies, and I think it gets lumped into that. And I'm not saying this to disrespect them, but I'm just saying like that was a genre that eventually led to Sausage Party.
Yes.
But with that first one, it's a super earnest thing that like Seth Rogen and his buddy
Bill Hader.
Evan Goldberg or whatever the fuck they like wrote in high
Yeah.
school and then been like refining their entire life. So I think it's very earnest and like true to like I remember seeing a clip of Seth Rogen where he was like, when that movie came out, so many people were like, "Oh man, Jonah Hill's character is so fucking annoying. I hate that guy." And he was like, "The character's me. I wrote that. Like, that's me." Like,
That's so
what?
funny.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, oh, my air purifier is getting pretty loud. I wonder if it's mad about this bee wax candle that my friend gave me.
Could be.
It's supposed to smell like musk and tobacco, but I don't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
No. Sorry to work blue, but is it because farts? Does it get heavy when you get farty?
It does, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did
I
you do
love
that?
No.
Okay.
I'd love to have an air purifier
Had some
just to see
Shelley,
how loud I
that's
can get it.
Well, it reminds me of that I wish I could remember his name, but there was like that little guy from Vine. Him and his grandma. He was on YouTube too. They would always like. There was like pranking.
Yeah.
Like, prank his old white-haired grandma.
Yeah.
They were all staged, but still it was
I know
funny.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like there was one where he like farted into her like breathing machine. She had like COPD or whatever. It's a joke. It didn't actually. But like he farts into it, and then like 10 seconds later, she's like, it is, you know.
They do that in Jackass. They put a big helmet on him and he throws up in it. Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull this up, Jamie style. Guy farts into grandma's oxygen machine. What is this guy's name? Lance. His name is Lance.
Of course it is, yeah. Remembering his face? Yeah, that guy's a Lance.
Come on, don't play the fart sound again. But what is his last name? Lance. Lance what?
Reddick.
Reddick?
No, that's an actor.
Oh. I thought you pulled it for real.
Who I think unfortunately passed away a few years ago. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
Rest in peace. Wait. Fart spray prank on grandma's trapped in the car. Lance Stewart? Lance Stewart. I should have been a fucking detective. Yeah, dude.
Now that Google's around, that's going to be the easiest job in the world.
Yeah, dude.
He seems like he probably became problematic, yeah?
I'm looking at these two pictures and I'm thinking you're right, yeah.
Oh my god.
He looks like the leader of the fucking Brotherhood of Steel.
And a hot dog at the same time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a leathery man.
Whoa, there's one where he's got even more juice. That dude's got to be doing TRT.
Oh, absolutely. He's on horse testosterone.
Just looking at like how developed and like mature his face looks now. I would assume that that's PED. He's a bodybuilder now. Wow. Well, hey, that's that, Mattress Man. Unless you got something. You got something?
No, I can save my thoughts about Lance Stewart for next time.
Oh, well, you got some quick thoughts.
It was a joke. I got nothing to say about
We'll cold
Lance
open with
Stewart.
Lance Stewart next time.
Okay, deal.
Okay, that's that.
If you need more soup, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or go to our website, eatingsoupalone.com. And until next time,